What's up, geeks? Welcome to the first ever holiday episode. Why I'm pointing so much? Stop it. On this episode, we talk about all this really cool stuff going on. It was a little weird. It was fun to learn about new Santa Clauses and ones that I kind of think would be better in America. Krampus. But we don't get that. We get big fat Saint Nick, who's probably diabetic from all the soda he's had. So we get into that also. Back in the 30s or 40s or something, whatever, Coca-Cola took over Santa Claus. It's really fun and interesting. You should check it out on this episode. Without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Into Geek podcast. On tonight's episode, happy Merry Hanukkah, Christmas, holidays, right? Something like that.
I guess.
I don't know where you're going with it. But. This is the first of our, I guess, Christmassy holiday episodes. As you notice, the very festive garland going on here.
Thank you, Allison, for decorating.
As always, I am Andrew, joined by Chase.
Hello.
Oh, you didn't say like
I could ho 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 lo.
There you go. Yeah, perfect. I will introduce Allison.
Merry Christmas, happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
What's up,
and we just
Allison?
lost our 2 viewers.
Or we gained 2 viewers.
Hey, NSYNC is awesome.
Justin Timberlake and what's him, Chris or
Lance
something?
Bass.
Chris Kirkpatrick.
Whoa, look at that name. His hair was so
Or
terrible.
Do you mean Joey Fatone?
Joey Fat One.
Well, I thought he was
Lance
the old one
Bass.
too, wasn't
He
he?
what?
JC
Joey, the old one.
Chazé.
I thought his name was JC Chavez.
No.
Is it Chazé?
I don't think I say it right. I don't know.
What did he end up doing?
It doesn't matter. He was not my favorite. It's okay.
How was that your favorite? Like he was the most talented one.
Actually, I don't know about that, but
What?
Yeah, he went on to do
Nothing.
porn, I think. Like he killed it.
Maybe. I don't know.
And then as he's having sex, he's just like, ooh. It's like,
I mean, he doesn't
Merry
own part of the
Christmas.
Grizzlies. He is not going to space.
Justin
He's
Timberlake's
not
such a fake
doing
owner, though, man. Like
he's like
Okay,
a
I'm
bunch
not
of
getting into
owners
like a
painting
Grizzlies
aliens and
debate
other-
with you. I
yeah,
just,
like and like, man, is it me or like has like Jessica Biel gotten like too in shape? Like she's jacked.
a little mannish.
She-
I mean, hey, that episode of the New Girl, like she's got like a
No,
got
I
a
mean, like
superhero doll.
here
she
recently,
is fit,
she got like
she
really
is
fit.
muscular, and she
Yeah.
takes care of her body.
I bet like she.
I'm just saying she's got like a superhero jaw.
You guys
and
are
stuff.
so judgmental.
No, I just think that like for
Let's
anybody,
we're in a
Let's let
basement
women
making a
have their own
podcast. That's what we
bodies, and
do.
let's let them
That's true.
have their bodies and let them look the way they look.
how much like tear off penises though? Like, give me that.
If it
thing.
helps, we don't
I
make fun of
promise
people who are
she's
poorer
never
than
coming
us.
near your penis. You don't have to worry
You don't know
about
the
it.
future.
I promise.
What if I get trapped in, like an elevator with her and it's like y'all have like 10 minutes to live? And she's like, all right, I guess.
Then why do you care?
I like
You
it
would
how
die
you give yourself-
faster if she ripped your penis off.
Need so much
She
pain
would.
now.
It would be fine.
I like how
Mercy
you
kill.
don't give yourself any credit. Like you're like, I guess. Like
Because she's
He's
she might
already
be up
giving
for it.
himself way too much credit. Okay.
it's like the episode of Friends with Matthew Perry or whatever. I'm stuck and her name was whatever. I
Joe
mean,
Gooding.
I'm sure, yeah, you guys know. But
she does.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. But it was great because only like Matt LeBlanc's character understood him. Wow, that was a really random thing to start the show on.
For more on NSYNC.
Yeah, and friends and us fucking talking about having sex with Jessica Biel in an elevator. On today's episode, it was just announced that Warner Brothers made a huge deal with HBO Max. We'll be getting into that. Oscar Isaac seems to be furthering his attempt at taking the throne for being the most geeky person ever. And Hawkeye just cast Kate Bishop. So we'll talk about that. But since it is nearing the holiday time, the holiday era, season, yeah, that's a word.
That is a word.
We only ever talk about like Santa Claus, like like old Saint Nick. But I thought it'd be fun for us to look at around the world and see who their lords of gift giving are or whatever. And there's some crazy fucking things out there. So we each have 2 of those. That'd be a lot of fun. But let's start with Warner Brothers trying to ruin movie theaters. We've been talking about this all year on that like certain little movie deals here and there have hit. But now, like Warner Brothers just gave everything to HBO Max. So is this more of HBO Max trying to show that they're like a dominant streaming service, or is this Warner Brothers just?
I think Warner Brothers is like owns HBO or something like that. Like all their stuff is always on it. So
I mean,
think
that's why Friends is on there. That's why like Harry
Yeah.
Potter was going on there.
Like, yeah.
I mean, all of those things.
Yeah,
I think like,
So
yeah, they're definitely in some, like if they don't own, they're in cahoots or whatever. But like
they're in cahoots.
they're in cahoots. But like,
They're like in the dark
They're-
scheming.
but like I do know HBO Max's numbers aren't where they want them to
That's because
be.
it's
Well,
you
because
can't
it's not
watch
Roku and stuff
exactly.
like that.
So you can't get it on PlayStation and Xbox. You only
Yeah.
get
You
it.
can.
No, you can.
You can get on PlayStation.
I'm sorry. Not on Roku. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. I read it backwards. Yeah. So it's so like most folks don't have those things. So like it's.
I think it just
it just hit the Fire Stick.
it just hit.
Yeah.
and
So
Fire
Yeah.
TV. Yeah.
I mean, like that'll open up more audience members and stuff.
But
or
I
whatever,
mean,
but-
and then like people already. I mean, this was like the fourth or fifth big one, kind of like you have Netflix, Hulu,
There's so many, dude.
Amazon, Disney Plus now and stuff. So like
Apple TV,
you're fighting for it.
We have so many.
like
We have
Peacock
all of
is a new
those.
thing or
I don't
whatever.
think Peacock's numbers are.
I mean, but
good at
it's
all.
still
yeah, it's still a new one.
CBS has like
And I mean,
their own
like,
thing
and they
or whatever.
came out with it
Showtime.
right after Game of
Chase,
Thrones.
we have all of these.
I know.
Guys spend $10
We even
for
have
service.
Peacock. We don't pay for it, but I downloaded
God,
that shit.
what do you have that for? Like, what would
I was
a show come
watching
out?
one of the, no, it was with the presidential debates.
Oh, okay.
But so like I mean,
It was
they're going to try to
depressing.
get their numbers up.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it because they know the theater. They saw Tenet. You're not going to make your money. So
Yeah, so
like we'll
I-
make our money this way.
When you were
They also, by the way, you don't get a free trial with HBO Max anymore. They cut that out.
cut it out
They cut that out. They're like, nope, nobody's watching Wonder Woman for free.
How dare you?
Nobody.
Yeah.
How dare you? You will give us $14.99.
Yeah. So you were out last week with like a toothache because like I don't know, you just eat like hard candy all the time. I guess
don't
now.
know, man. That was one of the most painful things of my life. I was like,
We were talking about would have been better for Christopher Nolan to just gone the streaming route, you think, and just like sold the movie, because we saw that King Kong vs. Godzilla, which is not going to come out on Max as well, they were offered $200 million to just go to Netflix. So do you think maybe Tenet could have just taken like $200 million and just like sold it there as opposed to?
I mean,
like,
I think it
trying to
made
go
more than $200 million at the box office.
but they would have had to have done less publicity work and all that type of stuff, as well, and and all that jazz.
Warner Brothers wouldn't have done that because they would have just put it on HBO Max, if anything. Because
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, like so, I'm pretty sure. I think like they wanted to test it out because they knew it was a big movie. It's not also a franchise movie. It's
So-
an original script, so you could have it. They got to see it. It made like. I think it almost made its money back or something like that, but you're still going to have DVD sales. Still going to be able to put it on streaming. It actually comes out on DVD like in a week.
It does. Did Christopher Nolan die for our sins? I die for other directors. So basically, he like went in the water to
I
die
think,
first.
I think
to like
he
show
did it
the
also because he's like, I want that Oscar not he's like, I'm going against Netflix and everything. I want.
Are you shocked that every movie's coming out?
Yes.
I am too. I mean, I could get a couple.
There's a couple I could see. Like I could see King Kong versus
Okay.
Godzilla.
I mean, really?
could see-
That's so blockbustery.
It is, but it's
Like-
not. They
like,
don't make that. It
I
doesn't
could
make
see
the money.
Conjuring
It's like
3
the
coming
superhero
out because it's like the
movies.
third in the series. Whatever.
But I mean,
Space
I'm
Jam.
shocked. Like
Space Jam is a little shocking to me.
Yeah. Actually, that
Really?
one's not.
No,
But, like,
that one-
The Matrix 4
no.
is the one that probably
That was also
shocks me
shocking.
more.
Dune is shocking to me.
Dune is shocking to me.
Dune is pitched as this next big epic movie that nobody's going to go see.
It looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
but it's going to win awards.
It looks
I
incredible.
don't think it's going to win awards.
so-
It's not going to win awards.
that director's amazing. I
They'll
love
win those kind of awards. It's
I
not going
love
to win like acting.
Arrival, and I love Blade Runner 2049, which
Yeah.
both of those are amazing. I still have not seen Sicario, which I heard is fucking really cool. So and I didn't know that was his first big movie or whatever. So I'll have to watch that. But yeah, so this looks like it's in that vein of his very like artistic style.
Yeah.
The book Dune is heralded as this like science fiction masterpiece, but it's one of the most boring books. Oh my god, it reads like a textbook. It's and then the movie back in the day by David like Lynch, I think, is also like super boring. It's because it's hard
It's
material.
got Sting in it, man.
It's got fucking Sting in it, man. Yeah, so it's and like sandworms. It was the first Tremors. Like
It was.
It's just so I'm hoping, and then this has everybody popular, including Oscar Isaac, which we'll move right into here. Which he was.
Hold on, before you do
I'm
that,
sorry.
like of Mortal
He's gonna
Kombat,
ruin my segue.
Godzilla,
Wow.
In the Heights, of all the movies that are coming out on Warner Brothers and stuff like that, what do you want to watch the most? Like of all those, so like what are you? It's like,
Dune.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, like I hated Matrix 2 and 3, so I don't care about 4. He's so old at this point. It's going to be so CG.
I didn't know this. Neil Patrick Harris and Jonathan Groff are in Matrix 4.
Who the hell is Jonathan Groff?
He is
Jonathan Groff.
Groff
He
That doesn't help.
he was King George
in Hamilton. He does the voice
the original
of
King George. Of Hamilton.
Gotcha.
He
Kristoff.
he does Kristoff
and
from
Frozen
and
and
Frozen
stuff.
2.
Okay.
I mean,
What's
it's
he in?
We have a 3-year-old girl. Frozen is our life.
What's he in?
The Matrix 4. Him and Neil Patrick Harris. That's
Is he the
I have
architect?
No clue. I have no clue.
The French just like wiping your ass.
Vis-a-vis. Vis-a-vis. Ergo.
Ergo. Yeah. So
God,
I'm saying Matrix 4 is the one I really
I
want
feel
to
like I
see.
blocked that out of my memory. I don't even remember that.
no, I'm sorry, not the architect. Who's the French dude? Who like
he's actually in the movie though. He's coming back.
yeah, the one where basically he's like, honey, you're still wearing her lipstick,
yeah.
and he's like, lipstick where? It's like, shut your fly.
or not on your mouth.
Yeah, not in your mouth. Yeah, and then
the Mayor of Vinci, I think.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's such a fucking weird movie. Yeah,
I actually like the second.
maybe we'll watch that on Geek Track.
See if those effects hold up.
Yeah. So Dune's gonna be good.
I'm really looking forward to In the Heights.
What's that?
It's Lin-Manuel Miranda's
Is it like
first musical.
Oh, okay.
Poor guy. He comes out. They were going to put 2 of his plays in movies, theaters, and then they say, "Not, we're going to stream it on both." He can't get anything out.
Yeah. So I hope no other.
I kind of want to see Mortal Kombat though.
Oh fuck yeah! I forgot that that's coming
wanna
out,
see
man.
that.
Yeah, dude. We'll also watch that on Geek Track.
But I mean, like,
I've been wanting to
I
actually watch. I haven't seen it in so long.
I wanted the Oh, I can't. Wait.
That was the first soundtrack I ever owned, dude. And then I
really?
would sit in my room with all my toys and action figures and like, it's so
I
good.
tell you, it was weird. I went and saw it in theaters, and I was like by myself watching it, and I was like, I was like, this movie's not great, but karate and techno just work.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
so good.
what it is.
It's the same thing. It's like that.
so good.
Did a Blade come out after that?
Blade, I think.
Blade mastered that shit, man. Like, man, like that soundtrack and like the opening scene in the club where he's just like beating people's ass to like strobe lights and stuff is great. And then Matrix, dude, like it just works. I don't know why it works. It just does. It's so good.
I can't believe nobody mentioned Suicide Squad.
Actually, I do want to see it. I mean, I actually want to see that more than Dune.
I only want to see that because it was like James Gunn. Like I hate it.
What about John Cena? John Cena.
I don't like John Cena. He is fucking weird, man. Have you watched him in any like normal interview?
Yeah, he's a little weird.
He is a really good dude, though.
He is a really good dude.
I mean, like weird people can be good dudes. I mean,
okay, but he's done more Make-A-Wish, like wishes than any other person
combined
ever.
He's also done more for the Jorts community than anybody in history. He's
saving all sorts of people across the board. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I'll watch it. I'm sure it'll be like a lot of fun. I hated the first one so much. Yeah.
It was not great, but maybe this one's better.
Yeah, maybe. So backward segue.
Okay.
Oscar Isaac just got announced that he's gonna be playing Solid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid franchise. Did you like the casting, or do you think it's weird? And also, is Oscar Isaac becoming the most geek person actor of all time?
Why
is
are
he taking
you
like the throne?
Like what's her name doesn't even exist.
Which what's her name?
Felicia Day.
No. Well, but she's only done like
she's legit. Like she's the most geekiest.
Okay,
is she in Marvel Universe?
As a person, she is.
Honestly, God, I have no
but
idea.
she hasn't portrayed any roles that
That's
are
what I'm saying, like,
geek huge.
He's like now going to be in the Marvel Universe, the Star Wars universe,
and
video
Dune.
Games, Dune. Like he's
he's doing everything.
There's somebody else that was doing stuff
Someone
like
else
that too.
is Ryan Reynolds is probably
Ryan Reynolds is doing
it's
a
all
lot.
comic book stuff though.
Not all. He
Like-
did that
And
video
you've got-
game, whatever movie that's supposed to be coming out.
Looks awful.
Honestly,
Donald Glover.
he hasn't done enough.
Yeah, I mean, like he did. He was gonna write the comic book
For Deadpool thing.
but like that fell
It's
through.
in
But
Star
they
Wars.
introduced-
He's in Star Wars, yeah.
They introduced his character in Spider-Man. So there's potential there. I mean,
he's too cool though. I mean, like he just.
so
Hold on, Oscar Isaac's cool. The only problem is with this, I think, is Metal Gear Solid's gonna fail.
Oh wow! Whoa!
It's gonna fail.
Shots fired, man.
I'm sorry, and it has nothing to do with him.
At that moment,
I-
actually, what I'm gonna
come
do like is add in the little, like
I'm sorry, but like all video games movies fail.
not all of them. Mortal Kombat, baby.
No,
The
the second one failed.
It did, dude. The second one's fucking
First one,
terrible.
it was not like a huge.
Are we just
blockbuster or
talking
anything.
movies or are we talking TV shows? Because The Witcher was
Movies.
awesome.
Just
I heard that like a lot of people didn't like The Witcher.
Well, they're stupid.
And what's funny is that the Bard, I like really enjoyed it.
He was so good.
Everybody thought that he was wasted because the actual character in the game is so much better than him that like they found him annoying. But I was like, dude, he's like a perfect fucking Dungeons and Dragons bard. Like he's great.
awesome.
He's so funny. I loved him.
But I mean, I just don't think it's going to work. With Metal
I'm
Gear
so sorry.
Solid.
I realized the other person that is in all of the franchises.
Okay.
Zoe Saldana.
Okay. Yeah, she's
She's like the nerdy girl.
She
she's
is
like
in
Avatar.
Everything.
Is she in Star Wars? She's in Star Trek. I know that.
I know
think
she's in Star Trek. I don't know if she's in Star Wars. You know, I don't watch.
I don't think she's in Star Wars.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
have a
she-
I
favorite?
just had to.
She's done other comic book movies too.
She's also in the Losers.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Her and
Chris Evans.
well, he's in that also because he's in all of them. She's what's the guy's name? Negan. Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Yeah,
He's in it. Like they like make out and the room's on fire and stuff. It's like super hot.
So great.
I love Jeffrey D. Morgan. He's fucking
Yeah,
great.
he's
I
great.
love
He's
him.
awesome. Anyways, yeah.
Okay.
It's like sidetrack there. I think that it could be good. I mean, as long as it's done right. If it's like another Ghost in the Shell, you know, it could, which I think sucks because like that movie's shot so well and it looks so cool, but they whitewashed the like, main character. And then have you watched it?
no,
Okay, so Scarlett Johansson is playing this character who was like, you know, traditionally Asian, and in the movie the character was also Asian, and then she died, and then they turned her into a white person, so it was like the double whitewash. So like,
that's awful. I can't believe.
yeah,
that.
it's crazy because it looks so fucking cool. The overall theme and the like aesthetic is done so well. But it just like there's not enough good in it. But like it's very very like cool, like, you know, stylized or whatever.
That's cool.
White people are the worst.
The worst.
We are.
Metal Gear Solid has a really rich story. I don't know where they're going to go with it. If they're going to start with like Big Boss and stuff or whatever, or if they're just going to go into the actual first game on the PlayStation and maybe like just build. What's crazy is that like, I never get like, you know, why don't they just do what the game does?
Yeah.
Like, you know, Doom, right? You know, like they instead want to do like this whole like convoluted plot of these soldiers coming down, transporting to hell, and there's a science lab and stuff. It's like it's so much nonsense. Why not just make it about what the game
It
was?
yeah.
Like the game already has a good staff of writers and these artists and stuff, whatever. Just follow what made it good and it'll be good. You know, it's just like they think that they can always fix what's already fine.
I think a problem is they're taking a script and then it's like this won't work on its own, but if we attach it and like with this video game or something like that, maybe we can get it to work. And that's
Okay.
kind of what's going
Well,
on.
it's same thing with like Silent Hill. Silent Hill has a very great backstory and stories and everything, whatever, and they just like ruined that. For Resident Evil,
Yeah, Silent Hill was a shitty movie. Like I barely
it's-
ever walk out of movies.
which
I walked
which
out of
sucks because it's such a scary game and they just fucking like ruined it. For Resident Evil, the first one, it's the closest one and it's barely even close. And then it just goes off the fucking rails. And I think they're already talking about like, you know, rebooting that one. Speaking about like bad video games, a game that I love, fucking Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
It's getting turned into, or a film is about to come out, but it's already getting pulled out of China because of a joke written in 1996. Have you read this at all, Allison?
No.
I heard
So,
about it, but I didn't read about it.
There's two soldiers, and one of the guys is like, "Hey man, look at these knees. Look at these knees." And the guy's like, "What?" He goes, "These are Chinese." It's like this like 30-year-old knock joke. It's so fucking awful. And so China was like, "How fucking dare you?" And so they pulled it out of their theaters, and now people are scared that like it's gonna bomb, but it was already gonna fucking bomb.
Yeah, it was going to It had no. I mean, I've never even seen a preview of this. Really.
So in the preview, it starts out with them in the desert with like modern vehicles, and like a really known monster pops out or whatever, and they're fighting it, and then a guy from the game like pops out with like a sword and starts hunting it or whatever, and it's just like, why not just do the fucking game. I mean, and start them off in the normal time frame. Have it about 100 coming up who has to like fight all these monsters and like help out his village and stuff. Or make it like that, which is why it's the most popular game ever in fucking Japan. And instead of like, what if you make it in modern times with fucking Mila Jovovich and a fucking tank? It's like
because people have done that. The fans of the video game
will
easily have seen that story already, and so they're like, well, we don't want to do the same story. We want to give them something different.
But every game, and they've done 6 games, is the same story. It's the same thing.
I'm totally on your side here, and I absolutely think that they should do that. But I'm telling you, that's why.
But it's like, why not just try it first, and then if it fails, you're like, okay, no,
they did.
What?
Did you see Street Fighter?
Sorry. That's nothing like the game either, though. That's super convoluted. I would watch.
Mortal Kombat though is a little like the game.
If they had just made, they should have done taken fucking Bloodsport and then just redone it as Street Fighter, just like added like new character heads and like dialogue and stuff. Because that's exactly what it is. It was exciting as hell, man. I love karate tournaments. Fucking Kumate's wow, it's all that shit's great. Moving on, Hawkeye just landed their Kate Bishop, who's the daughter of Hawkeye, that'll be played by Haley Steinfeld. No suit for you. I don't know who she is, but
she was in Bumblebee.
I barely know who Kate Bishop is. So
yeah, I really don't know much.
Like I know that she's a newer character during like this phase in the 2010s or 10s or whatever you want to call them, where they started to do like a lot of like younger Teen Titan-ish characters. And like I read like Young Avengers and New Avengers and Runaways and stuff or whatever, but her character is kind of newer, and she's been like doing her own thing here recently. And I know that that's what they want to do with the movies going forward, is slowly get rid of the current people and
get the people they pay big money to, and getting people they can pay less.
Yes, and then still make money.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And then as they grow into big people, they'll still have them prorated for like no money, which is what happened with Jennifer Lawrence doing the X movies and the like Hunger Games movies. That a few of those came out at the same time, and then she like blew up, and they were like, "Fuck, this is great," because like they like had her locked in at like $500,000 or something, whatever. But like she was this huge star.
Yeah, it happens.
So if we know that Baron Zemo is going to be in Winter Soldier. What do you want to do for Hawkeye? I know that we looked at some villains. Who's a villain that you would like to see him fight?
I have 2. I think it'd be fun. One is Swordsman. I don't know if they would do it like the comics, but like Swordsman actually like taught Hawkeye like how to use swords and stuff like that. And then like they were like around a circus or something like that. And like there was a guy who taught him archery. And then he saw Swordsman stealing stuff, and they got to a fight, and he turned him into the cops.
He's also like French.
Yeah.
Outrageous accent.
But I think that could be, I don't know if they'd go that story. Like you can have him as maybe a drill sergeant teacher.
Almost like in like Daredevil with a stick, I guess, or whatever. Like, as like his master.
But I mean, I think that could be kind of cool. Or actually bring in a Daredevil villain, Bullseye. Like if they're going to redo Daredevil now that Marvel has the rights to him, I don't want to see Bullseye anymore. I've seen him in a movie, I've seen him in a TV show. Let's get some new villains for Daredevil. Add Bullseye, give him to whatever, like Hawkeye. And that could be like a fun thing. 2 guys who don't miss. Who are going to have to miss each other the whole show.
Did you see that Save Daredevil was trending number 1 worldwide?
I didn't know it was number 1.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy that like all these fans, I mean, and like I agree. I mean, like Charlie Cox is good. He was also on screen was like a believable fighter because he's like a boxer and stuff, whatever. And like I've watched a lot of videos with stuntmen talking about that he was really good to work with because he was already like trained and stuff. So like doing like fight scenes with him, it was like really easy and everything. He's talented, he's charming. I mean, like he's good. I hope that they just keep him and also keep Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean, like
they could
definitely his Kingpin's good. So I mean, like that could be a good way to bring in
the hand, though. Get rid of the hand.
I mean, like you don't have to get rid of him. You just don't use him anymore.
I think you have to get rid of Charlie Cox.
Why?
Because if you keep him, you have to keep everyone else.
You don't have to, man.
You have to.
I think that we collectively...
You can't be like, hey, we got a new Iron Fist.
I think that we collectively would be okay with that. Because they like recast fucking War Machine. They recast Hulk. I mean, it's fine, dude. And plus, like, not everybody has seen those shows or whatever and stuff. So I think it'd be fine. If I was picking a villain, I would go with Whirlwind. He is a character that's also like a mutant. That could be a good way to bring in that type of stuff as well.
Doesn't he have like a green triangle head?
And he spins really fast. He has like superhuman speed. I thought that could be like a good juxtaposition of archery, trying to hit like
well, I think the wind and stuff. The wind could cause
so that could be like a lot of fun or whatever, everything. But either way, I'll watch it. I mean,
yeah, I'll definitely check it out.
I actually I watched a video here recently that Jeremy Renner tried to get his character killed. So when the first Avengers came out, he saw that he was turned into a bad guy, and he was like, "Fuck this! I don't want to do this." So he actively told Joss Whedon, "Hey, it's like, if you need to kill me, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So he was really upset that like his first real big role in the Marvel films, because he did little cameos, was that he was a villain the entire movie basically.
Well, I mean, Whedon said, like, I think told him, like, I'll make it up to you in the second one, and they gave him the whole family thing and all that.
So people, that's in the third one, isn't it?
No, that's an Ultron.
Oh God, they I thought it's blend together.
Yeah, but I mean, I wonder if like that was kind of the deal. They're like, okay,
I think so too.
We're gonna also let you live during the snap. Like we won't put you in the first movie though, but you'll be in that second one, and you'll be heavily.
I wouldn't be shocked if he dies in the show or something. I'm just like,
I'm sure
it happens.
I mean, they could wait like for a movie maybe to do it so they can kill someone off in a movie, and
that's fair. I don't think they would kill him off in the show.
That'd be cool though. I mean, like
first episode too, and then just have her and the rest. First episode, you kill Hawkeye.
His fucking bow.
It's all
back
about
and hits him in the face.
I can't remember what it was, but he went like off the rails.
He did do something. I remember,
and I don't remember what it was. But like, I thought there were talks about him not coming back for Hawkeye.
I mean, if only you had like a computer in front of you to like look it up. But
I'm back in my corner.
do remember the interview he had with the girl who plays Miss Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
Dude,
they were
sitting there, and she was like talking about like all this stuff she does and like political stuff, and then it like came to him, and he was just like, "Yeah, I don't talk about use this platform to talk about political stuff." Like
they did,
it was just awkward.
Yeah, they did a tour with it was her, Anthony Mackie, I believe.
Or I think Don Cheadle.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. It was Don Cheadle and one other person, like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And Chris Hemsworth like tried to make her likable and was like joking and stuff, whatever. And she just didn't get the same vibe. And so Hemsworth is being like self deprecating and stuff, and like talking bad about himself, and she's just like, I'm not doing that at all. I mean, was it talking herself up? Now there's a scene where like she like touches Don Cheadle and he fucking like brings his hand back and stuff. Yeah. So like I watched this video about like using fucking charisma and stuff, and he uses that as a way to like not be whatever and stuff. And it just talks about how body language and stuff, and you can like read everybody in like the interviews with her and stuff and everything. It's crazy as shit. So moving on from this news into more holiday festive stuff. Here in America, Santa Claus has been our giver of gifts for many years now. I think like the last like 120 or something, whatever. I know that you've written a whole bunch of stuff. And before we get into Santa Claus stuff, I heard a rumor about you. What's up with your new obsession with wanting to be like a Santa Claus, man? Like what's going on here?
At my work, I'm going to be dressed up as Santa Claus.
Yeah, but you asked to do this. It wasn't
because I was thinking about turning it into like a little business where I like
explain that to me.
The idea was for anybody listens and stuff like that. If you have a little kid or something like that, you don't want to take them to the mall,
okay,
and go through that Santa with all these kids and stuff like that. You could call me and I could dress up and come to your house and do like your picture stuff. It'd be cheaper for you. I get to make a little extra money because we're
so this is.
Are you wanting to do it this year?
This year,
possibly. If the word gets out.
So that makes more sense, because originally I thought you were trying to get the outfit and then in the future set up a Christmas business, which is just weird to me.
You gotta get going, bro. It's December 7th already.
There are guys already doing it right now, man.
No, they're not.
But it's weird. It's like, so what makes you want to go into like another person's home and have their kids like touch you?
I would only do like friends. I wouldn't do strangers.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. That's a little bit less creepy. I thought it was
friends
you going to just like.
No, I would do friends like I'm trying to think, like April, whatever. Like I could go and do the stuff.
You're going to charge your like friends money.
Yes, exactly.
No.
Yes.
Hey guys, so I'll come to your house and like,
I mean, it might not be much. I'll be there an hour, $25. You can take all the pictures you want.
So funny. So let's hear your like, ho ho. Yeah.
Ho ho ho.
Did you have any like
say Merry Christmas?
No, I'm not doing it because she thinks I sound like Dracula when I do it.
He does. He goes, ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, my presents are in the bag.
Well, it's so funny because when I sing, like, in the car and stuff, she always jokes me, Feliz Navidad, when I sing that song.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, I don't do that part, but it's when I say I want to wish you Merry Christmas. She's like, why do you sound like Dracula?
I want
to wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm trying to do like a Spanish accent thing, but it comes out Transylvanian.
It's good. It's good. I like that.
Everything's either Transylvanian or Jamaican. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I will pay you to come and act like a Transylvanian.
How much? Let's do this.
That sounds amazing. So we thought it'd be fun to learn about other countries and continents.
I didn't do that, by the way.
Yeah, he didn't follow the instructions. Other lore about what other countries do and stuff besides us having just Saint Nick. I think that you worked on a whole bunch of history on Santa Claus.
Yeah,
right?
I did one from another land, and then one I just did some facts about our Santa Claus and American Santa Claus I didn't actually know about. That's so most people didn't know.
That's right on topic with what we talked about.
Well, I didn't like all the other ones, so I'm all about America, baby.
All those other weird Santa Clauses.
American Santa's all matters.
I don't like them Santa Clauses. I like my Santa Claus. I have a Coca-Cola and a beard. It's crazy.
Do you just want to go into your?
I'll start off with the American Santa Claus.
Let's learn about.
We'll have a chart here for YouTube videos of like Santa Claus light, and then we'll go into like mega crazy levels of Santa Claus as it moves up later. So like the normal.
This is the normal Santa Claus. It's just a couple
level
just
one
a couple
Santa
things.
Claus.
Okay, so what was it? Okay, so it first came to America, Santa Claus and stuff like that in 1773, New York. Dutch families celebrated it and stuff. New York paper caught on, wrote some articles, and it started getting bigger and bigger. And then about 1890, that's when also the first businessman, his name was James Edgar. Was the first guy dressed. It's like, I'm going to dress up as Santa, go to a department store, do that. And it was huge. Like kids from all different places started.
Is this guy your like personal hero?
Yes, he is.
But great.
Yeah. But also back then, like Santa didn't wear red. He wore like tan, or there was a blue Santa and stuff.
Okay.
It was like different colors.
I've heard of the like blue Santa before.
Mm-hmm.
Not tan though.
There was tan, and he also used to smoke a pipe. Santa, like when pictures and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. Then about 1822, poem "The Night Before Christmas" was introduced. That also introduced the 8 reindeer.
Okay.
So that like adds to lore.
Can y'all name all the reindeer?
Oh, I can.
All right, hold on.
I can't do it.
Tell me over under.
For me?
Or
for
you.
Probably do 5.
You do 5? I think I can maybe do 6.
I can do 9.
I mean, okay, we're not kind of Rudolph. So.
Well, I can do all 9
because he's a freak.
He's a fraud.
So what? Prancer, Dancer,
Comet, Cupid.
Well, don't help me.
Oh my god.
Comet, Cupid.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
Blitzen, which I call Blitzkrieg for like the longest time.
Blitzkrieg.
Because I was a kid. I didn't know. I was really into like German warfare.
Jeez. I was a kid. That was just what we talked about. I don't know.
Here comes the Blitzkrieg with his red nose.
Then in the 1840s, the Salvation Army needed money to pay for all the free meals they were giving to families in New York and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they were just grabbing like unemployed people, homeless people, dressing them up in Santa Claus and putting them like on the street and stuff and ringing the bell, which it's been, 200 years later. Or
I've been avoiding those guys for 20 years.
And those guys are still there. Like it's a tradition that's always gone. But the big thing is,
you don't give
I mean, I just when I go to Walmart, if I got change and stuff,
every year.
Now that I have a phone, I just like pull that out. I'm like, oh, this is really important, and then I just like walk by him or whatever.
No eye contact. No
eye contact.
Why don't you just wear a T-shirt that says "I'm a jackass" and then you'll be fine?
Because I don't want to have like conversations or anything. I don't want to be like by them. It's like them. Girl Scouts, I hate them.
I've actually done
what? They give you the most delicious cookies.
They're little hustlers now, man. Like
yeah.
I'm scared.
They know they're selling crack, bro.
Hey, you. Hey. Full boxes.
First box is for you.
I don't have any cash. That's okay, man. We take cards. I don't have cards. Oh, we have Venmo.
PayPal.
Jesus. All right. Already got your wallet.
Well,
Here's your doodles.
just to finish up on the American Santa Claus. This is actually the big one.
Okay.
1931, Coke designed Santa for an advertisement, and that's actually the Santa we know today. They changed it to red with the white,
Okay.
like all that stuff. So like all the Santa Claus,
More on brand, I guess.
yeah, it's like all because of Coca-Cola.
Okay.
And I thought that was super interesting. Like I had no clue. Like
When did Santa
That was
Claus
pretty cool.
and the polar bears become friends?
that was actually like 1998, I think. That's when
That's my
Coke started doing the
that's
polar
my
bear
favorite thing of
commercials.
him. It's great.
So yeah, but I mean, like,
I think that is interesting.
yeah, I mean, I had no clue Coca-Cola really did that at all.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the
it's not-
power of advertising just to affect
Yeah,
the
it's
now
not
like
culture of our-
worldwide.
yeah.
I mean, worldwide now. He's
That's
red,
insane.
white, all that stuff.
Well, not everywhere, Chase. Some places have different Santa Clauses.
Really?
I thought it'd be fun to go with a very traditional one that's more known, and he's a really terrible person. So I was like, this is right up my alley.
Are you going to be Santa Claus?
I wish I'll be like the laziest Santa Claus. I was like, fucking wake up late, like, oh, fuck. Here's some stuff in my car. I'm gonna go with Krampus. Krampus. We're gonna crank that like Santa Claus level up a little bit there. Half goat, half demon, and super friend of Saint Nick. Countries: Austria, Bavaria, Croatia, Hungary, Northern Italy, and South Tyrol and Slovenia all have the lore of the Krampus. This evil or benevolent, based on who you are, that would come and get your kids and either hit them with like birch or a whip. And then he carried like either a bag or a basket or a pot on his back, based on like the certain countries, which he would stuff children into, as he would either for later on to drown, to eat, or to take to hell, because he's that type of guy. He dates back pre-Christian. Recent lore claims him to be the son of Hel, who is the Norse goddess of the underworld, but it's not really looked at as traditional lore, because it was only that was written from like online sources in like 2012 or something. Krampus carries chains, birch branches, a whip, and so he also eats kids as well, and he just sounds like a really great guy. I feel like I feel like kids need that. If ever unfortunately have a child, I'm totally gonna use Krampus. I fucking I'm gonna have Santa Claus and Krampus in my house.
That's kind of interesting. Well, are you gonna have like? Are you gonna still do like Elf on the Shelf? But then
it's gonna be Krampus on the shelf.
but it doesn't rhyme.
Don't think will rhyme.
What rhymes with Krampus?
I love that we're all sitting here actively trying to come up with the
Krampus.
rhyme.
I will think of something before we're done.
Oh, okay, we'll see.
But yeah, so what I'm gonna have is just like a Krampus,
Krampus on the lampus.
Krampus on the Krampus.
On the Lampus. That
He
thing's gonna
turns out
catch
the
on fire.
lights.
That thing will catch on fire.
He's a demon. Okay,
Yeah.
he loves the fire.
Yeah, so I love that in other countries they know that it's best to just like frighten all their kids into being good. And here we have Elf on the Shelf. He's gonna tell Santa. It's like, well, fuck that elf, right? I'll kick that elf's ass. But like so I love the idea of like this evil goat demon like getting into your house and like murdering you if you're like not a good person. It's fucking great. It's brilliant.
You love that? Because if I got a Santa for you, bro.
Can you one up Krampus?
Let's go.
So in northern and eastern France, they have, and I'm really going to try not to butcher this pronunciation, Le Père Fouettard.
Fouettard.
Translated into Father Whipper. Okay. So he is also friends with Santa Claus.
Hell yeah, man.
And they actually come not on Christmas. Apparently a lot of Europe, they do presents on December 6th.
Yeah, I read that too.
Yeah, I'm not sure the significance of that day. I probably should have done more research there. Yeah. However, anyways,
doing more research
Speaking
is
of
not
that,
on brand for us.
that's for children.
Ironically, today is December 6th, so this stuff is happening
right
it's the 7th
now.
now. We're
He is
after
whipping
midnight.
ass somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing more than that. So across Europe's, across all the Europes.
All the Europes. All.
Europe 1 and 2.
I love this article that I found. It said these monstrous beings like Krampus and Father Whipper, they're either paired with St. Nicholas as like a mismatched buddy cop movie
Oh my
pairing. I was like,
God.
I love the description of that.
That's so good. I love the idea of it being almost like Lethal Weapon, and that Krampus is like, I'm getting too old for this shit. Let's go, Saint Nick.
Okay, so basically, Santa, they'll go to kids' houses together, and if you're a good kid, Santa will be like, "Oh, cool, here's a present for you," and if you're bad, then you have to deal with Father Whipper. The origins behind him are so creepy. So the first story told about him was back in 1150.
Okay.
It was
That's fucking old.
yeah.
God damn.
So it involves an evil butcher who kidnapped 3 children,
Naturally.
murdered them by slitting their throats,
Good for him.
carved the meat up, and put it in a salting tub.
Tasty.
St. Nicholas turned up at the door, and the butcher attempted
What you cooking?
to ingratiate himself to his saintly visitor by offering him his best meat.
Ooh. Is this
Instead,
age 11? This is nice.
Yeah.
instead, St. Nicholas resurrected the boys from the dead
Oh, come
and
on.
sent them back to their parents.
Just no
I
fun.
thought he was like, and then made them elves.
Seeing
That's how we have the elves.
Free labor, man.
Yeah,
This is great.
exactly.
Seeing an opportunity for the butcher to repent his sins, the butcher became Father Whipper, a sort of eternal servant who basically acts as the bad cop to St. Nicholas's good cop.
Man, that sounds awesome.
But he is described as being a disheveled-looking brute in black robes, a black or red beard. He carries a scourge-style whip,
Jesus.
ready to dole out beatings to naughty kids.
Ready to dole him out.
Nice.
He's like Ramsey Bolton, basically.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I got pictures. I'll send you some pictures. We'll
Sweet.
put some pictures up because he is creepy.
Yeah. Totally gonna add
Oh,
all types of stuff, whatever. Chase, who is your actual non-American Santa
Okay,
Claus?
my actual one is I'm gonna go make it like a trifecta and go 3 people who whip children in a
Oh
row.
my God.
Of course, this is Belschnickel.
Belschnickel.
Have
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
fear.
Belschnickel is here. He is a third-class Christmas gift bringer figure in the folklore of, I'm gonna mispronounce this,
Of
but
course.
the
Also on brand.
Palatinate region of southwestern Germany along the Rhine. Belschnickel is related to the other companions of St. Nicholas. He's believed to be based on this old German myth, Nichtrippernt, a servant of St. Nicholas. I can't pronounce anything right. Belschnickel is a man
We
wearing
should have
fur.
subtitles on Chase. I'm so sorry.
Belschnickel is a man wearing fur and sometimes a mask with a long tongue. He looks very ragged and he wears torn, tattered, dirty clothes. He carries a bag full of cakes, candies, and nuts to give to
Ooh.
children. He also carries a wooden switch, which is used to beat naughty children.
Impish.
Impish or admirable. Belschnickel would come about 10 to 14 days before Christmas to check on children to make sure they were behaving. He would like tap on the doors and windows with his stick to like freak out the kids. And he would do that with his stick to frighten children. He would then ask the children either a question or ask them to sing him a song. If they answered or sang, he would then throw candy like on the ground though. And then if they went too quickly for it, that's when he would whip them.
What?
Like they had to show restraint and then get the candy. But if they were like candy and just whip, he would whack, whack.
Impish
whip him.
behavior.
Oh my God.
So when people immigrated from, I can't pronounce this, Palatinate to Pennsylvania.
Perfect.
Thank you. They brought their traditions with them, known as Pennsylvania Dutch Christmas. Most recently, there's been actually a resurgence in because
of The Office, probably.
of
Yeah.
Dwight being
Obviously.
introducing him in the TV show The Office. You could actually also see him. He's the villain in the new Christmas Chronicles too.
Mhm.
He's played by Julian Donaldson. He's that kid from Deadpool 2, the villain in it.
Oh, okay. There's also you bring up the Chronicle too. One of my next characters is also
Oh, and that's
in that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, kind of interesting. I don't know about like the traditions of like how they celebrate that. Like Dwight kind of goes into certain kind of wine, and so I don't know about that, but like I don't know. It's just one. I don't know. They got this thing with You got to whip your kids, man.
I love his game show like style fucking theatrics where he's just like Belsnickel, sing the song or answer the trivia questions.
Yeah.
Wrong. It's like it hits him or whatever. I love that. It's almost like it's like America's Got Talent all of a sudden.
It's like Simon Cowell.
Earn your life. Yeah. So my next is actually a group from Iceland. They're called the Yule Lads, which is almost like an old-timey fucking gang. Look out, boys, here comes the Yule Lads. You guys aren't Christmassy enough. Sons of Gerla and Lepalda, or Lepaldi. The Yule Lads are 13 pranksters who steal or harass the population based on their names. The Yule Lads come down in the last 13 nights of Christmas visiting kids. They leave presents and shoes that kids leave out on their windowsills. So they leave presents or they leave potatoes based on like if they're good or bad.
Actually, I read a lot of those kind of Santa Clauses did that.
So the 13 names are sheep. Hold on, sheep coat clad, which all it says is he does things to sheep. I don't know what he does to these sheep. Gulligok. There's one called Colic Stubby, Spoon Licker, Pot Scraper, Bowl Licker, Door Slammer, Skier Gobbler, Sausage Swiper, which is what I call my wife. No. Window Peeper, Doorway Sniffer, Meat Hook, and Candle Stealer. Which the Candle Stealer one's really creepy because it's like the kids use that as light outside, and so they'll come up and like take their candles and just leave them like look like in like the dark. I don't understand.
That's creepy. Could we talk about Meat Hook though?
Meat Hook. He steals people's food or something or whatever. But it's just like most of so they said that the half of them are pranksters, half of them take food and shit, whatever. So
if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding.
They just sound like homeless guys who just need things. They're just like aimlessly in the village taking fucking like spoons and stuff or whatever. I don't understand how these haven't been turned into like a movie. Like I mean, like because you can go either way. You go almost like a Seven Dwarfs thing where it's all them, you know, in the hills, and you get like 13 really like famous like actors to voice them and stuff, whatever. And then it's a whole bit or whatever. Or you go horror movie wise, and they're coming down fucking murdering kids and stuff. Like either one of those sounds great. I don't understand how like they haven't been turned into anything. What is your?
That sounds great.
Yeah, it
more
sounds
murdering
sounds
kids.
good.
We don't have enough of that.
Not in film. I mean, come on, step it up, guys. It's 2020.
Oh
Maybe
God.
that makes Iceland look bad or something.
I mean, like, who cares about Iceland?
They were the villains in Mighty Ducks too, so I mean, they can't be any.
I'll be Germany. They've never been the villains. I apologize for our one Iceland listener, man. I fucking love you guys. You guys are the best.
Don't we have some people?
I have no idea.
I swear.
We have
90% of our
random
audience. Fine.
random audiences. What is your last Super Santa?
Okay, so mine, I actually dug into my own heritage a little bit.
You're actually like a Yule Lad? That's amazing.
I am. So Meat Hook. That's why I wanted to know more about him.
Talk to me about Meat Hook. Tell me of my accolades.
Do you think they sound like pirates? I do for some reason.
Here comes Ass Sniffer.
Come to Iceland and get the Meat Hook.
Just a Meat Hook. No, I think they also sound like fucking Bjork. No, they're just like we're going down there. I can't even do it, man. Oh my god. What is your last one, Allison?
Okay, so my last one, my family, my mom's side of the family is Swedish, so I learned a little bit more about tomte, which is also, they have it in Norway as well, and I can't pronounce that word. Nisse? I don't know. Okay. Whatever. But we're gonna say tomte because I'm Swedish, so that's what we're gonna fucking go with. So they were originally just like they lived on farms in the barn, and they were there to be protectors of the farm. That was the legend.
Okay.
They would especially come out at night to protect the farm. They live alone. They're tiny little, like, you guys have seen the gnomes lately with the hats, and you just see the nose and the big beard.
Is this like the little gnome in the community that like Chevy Chase tries to get back to Troy, and then like it burns in the fire, and then like Troy tries to like to fucking eat the fire? Obviously, you don't know how to control, Brenna.
It is similar to that, but a lot of the portrayal of that is closer to like the gnomes that we see
in front yards
typically
and stuff?
today. Yeah, like, where they're just
David
like no, they're just like just nose and beard. I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
Anyways, basically on Christmas Eve, you would acknowledge the Tomte and thank him for protecting your farm by leaving him a bowl of porridge with butter in it. This is also a form of ancestral worship, as the Tomte has been linked to the soul of the dead.
Oh.
So maybe it's like a former ancestor, like an ancestor or something that's
it's like River Styx
taken this form to protect the farm.
What if the like butter's turned bad and he's like, I don't like the butter?
So various tales express how the Tomte would seek revenge if he did not get his porridge. He would run away, leave his role as protector, or cause some misfortune or havoc on the farm. I've read stories of them like killing cows and stuff, like ruining a harvest and things like that if they don't get the porridge like just the right way.
Okay.
A truly angry Tomte has the ability to drive people mad or impart a poisonous bite that may be fatal. But the form that we know today is known as a Jewel Tomte.
Jewel Tomte. I don't know what you're doing. What accent I'm doing right now?
It's Swedish, so go back to what you were doing with the Yule lads is closer.
I do the same accent for like all those countries. I don't know.
Is there a date like they do this on?
Well, this is Christmas.
Oh, yeah, this is August 25th. I didn't know if it was December 6th again.
So he typically brings in the gifts. This emerged in the late 1800s. Instead of Santa, they had the Tomte would bring gifts. He doesn't fly with reindeer. He lives in the forest. He walks with his reindeer. He enters through the front door.
Does he have a key?
I don't know. He has magic,
so
it doesn't matter.
He doesn't sound like he has magic. He sounds a lot like an asshole in the woods who just like really likes porridge.
But he has so much magic. That's how he protects the farm and stuff
from nobody.
So, but honestly, it's really interesting because this has been a legend in Sweden for so long. But there was a time period when Christianity hit, right when it hit Sweden, where basically if you had your farm was doing better than your neighbor's farm, your neighbor could accuse you of having a Tomte, and that's basically like witchcraft. Like they were claiming you had like witchcraft and stuff like that. So for a long time they steered away from this, and then they kind of embraced it again and brought it back in they brought it back for Christmas, so that they weren't like stepping on the toes of Christianity. It was just mixed in with the Christmas traditions.
I've noticed that like a lot of these have kind of taken back off, like in the case of the Krampus and the Yule lads, both of which have kind of been brought back up in the last like 20 years, and now like are more used and stuff.
Are the Yule lads? Because I've never heard of them ever.
I've never heard. I've heard. I mean, of course, Krampus.
Not in like America. I'm saying there in their own countries. Like Krampus was in 1932 was outlawed because like these like
demon
these like Christian like organizations got together and they're like, oh, you know, he's evil, whatever, and so it was outlawed for a long time, and then in the last like 18 years it's come back, and now they have like, you know, these like Krampus like in festivals and stuff, and people like in towns like dress up as the Krampus and fucking hit people and stuff or whatever. So I think it's great that like a lot of those weird fucking traditions are like coming back and everything, and that I assume that like once Christianity kind of swept over the globe, a lot of those old traditions were put back in the closet. For new, more Jesus Christ.
Do you have any Christmas traditions?
Me?
Yeah.
You mean like my family, or
anything that is different than maybe most people?
We actually travel around and do caroling and everything, whatever, and then hand out gifts and stuff, and then we go and like build houses for the poor and
okay. I know you're lying. You are not that good of a person.
I sit in my underwear, and thank God that I am off work.
Is it like the same underwear you wear every Christmas?
I only have one pair, so
That's great.
I mean, like, do y'all do anything?
Oh, there's one thing my
Besides all
family's
that
always
stuff,
Yeah,
done.
we have
the
some
normal-
traditions.
But I mean, like, it's normal white people.
Oh, I mean, no,
traditions.
this is
I
not.
think
This
fine.
is.
It's
I mean,
not-
I don't know anyone who does this.
Okay.
I'd never heard of this
Yeah,
before.
our family does a thing called the Blue Fairy, which is a little bit before Christmas. You come home and you have a gift from the Blue Fairy. Really, the whole point is like this is going to tide you over till Christmas. Here's
I
like
don't know if this was something that his mom came up with, or if this
Yeah.
is something that the family has done for generations.
I have no
This
clue.
sounds
Whatever,
like some white privilege shit I've never had before.
I mean, no, it's
It's
just
just
Well-
like my family had a lot of money, so we were like, here's the Blue Fairy. Here's a free gift.
No, well, so Chase's mother had 4 children. And kids get a little rambunctious
Yeah,
around the
on
holiday
Christmas break.
season.
Christmas break.
So she would get them a comic book or a new toy car or something like that from the Blue Fairy.
Yeah.
And it would kind of hold them over until Christmas and keep them from
My like Blue
going so
Fairy
crazy. Like
was my house having like lights and heat. It was great. It was, look, hey, look, man, we put some food on the table. There you go. Here's your Blue Fairy. And then my dad would hit my mom less. It was
After Caroline.
kidding.
oh my
Not-
god.
I'm kidding. I'll have to edit that.
Wow.
Hopefully nobody.
I really thought
listens
like
this much.
Belschnickel and Krampus. Like I thought that was gonna be like the darkest we would get in this episode. I was
This is the
wrong.
first of many dark episodes.
Oh god.
This is the darkest timeline. Yeah, so I think it's always great to learn more about other traditions, things like that. However, it's the least I can do to like try and learn. Open my mind. I can at least
Like
pop up on
reading a
Wikipedia.
number of these different Santas, it was like crazy how you were saying like December 6th was a big day they were
Mhm.
celebrated. There was something you said which about your guy that,
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to remember what it was, but it
No,
was like a lot of them. I even said it to you when you were talking, but
hits kids.
they all do that. But
I know it's great. I fucking hate kids, man. They're the worst.
Shoes, leave the stuff in the shoes.
yeah,
or-
leave
the
the
shoes,
shoes
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like a lot of them, that was a big thing where
Mhm.
like kids would put out their shoes and they put candy or stuff in their
Mhm.
shoes. I mean,
Yeah,
it's crazy how even though like they're different places in Europe or whatever, but they're different countries and they
this
still
Yeah.
man,
celebrate
like
these.
hearing all these like terrible Christmas fake Santas or whatever. I want like a movie of them like teaming up. It sounds fucking great. This is what I want. Okay, this is my quick pitch. You take Belschnickel, Father Whipper, and Krampus, and they make this like a trio team, right? And
the three
they,
wise men.
yeah. and it's almost like a Wreck-It Ralph where they're sad that they have to like be mean all the time or whatever, and they find out that the reason that they've only been mean is because Santa Claus forces them to do it because he's so egotistical that he wants like all the love.
Clearly, Santa's the bad guy. in
And
this
yeah,
movie.
exactly
Yeah.
right. And so they find out that the only reason why they've been mad all the time or bad all the time is because Santa tricked them into doing it. So that they like try to like turn it around, and Santa's like fuck that. And so then it's just like really big epic like Christmas battle of them three taking on Santa and stuff, and then they become the new like new trio Santas like going forward and stuff.
Who's making that movie?
I don't know.
Watch
I still want to see the
it.
buddy cop movie with.
You get that.
I mean,
Yeah,
I want
still-
both of the movies.
Yeah, I
sounds
mean,
good. Yeah.
I don't know, but honestly, I really enjoyed learning more about different traditions and stuff like that. Like I learned a little bit more about traditions in Mexico as well. There wasn't a Santa figure for me to use in this discussion, but they straight up party from like Thanksgiving all the way to February.
You got
and,
stuff to do here.
like it's, I mean,
You
we
got
got
time
some
to party.
shopping.
so northern Mexico, like most of their traditions are closer to ours. They get a lot of influence from the United States, but southern Mexico, they typically don't even do gifts on Christmas. They save that for January 6th, which is Dia de los Reyes, which is Three Kings Day or the Three Wise Men.
It's a great movie.
George Clooney.
George Clooney,
Bald.
Ice Cube from Mark Wahlberg.
But they bring they do all the gifts then, and that's where they'll have king cake.
Ooh.
From,
Oh, like
Mardi
the
Gras.
King Baby.
where you find the baby, and if you get the slice of cake that has the baby in it, it's
They
your
have
job.
to get pregnant right
It's your
that
job
night.
to make the tamales for the celebration. I think it's February 2nd. I can't remember what the name of it is, but like they just have a continuous like
Okay.
holiday season.
That explains why
and one holiday just leads into the next, to the next, to the next.
I used to have neighbors that were of Mexican descent, and they would have parties that lasted 33 hours. So this makes sense. It starts on January 2nd,
They go
and
hard,
they just party.
No, it starts like
They would leave and
at
go
the
to work,
beginning.
come back and party some more.
They have like Thanksgiving, and then okay,
I would say,
okay.
Do they have Thanksgiving?
My stepmother, she is from the northern part of Mexico, so her family actually did celebrate Thanksgiving. I know that's typically it's an American holiday. I get that, but from I think she said it was December 12th. I don't know what the day is, but they kick it off with a big party, and they straight up just have celebrations.
So they have like the 12 days of Christmas.
But it's like the 2 months of Christmas.
I think
and that sounds awesome because there's never enough Christmas for me.
I think the Mexican version of Santa Claus is the fucking chupacabra, right?
Oh my god!
I don't know about that.
I don't know if it even. I mean, like,
Chia or fear, chupacabra is here.
which is crazy because I think the chupacabra is like a vampire, right? As well, it's this weird like vampire dog.
Yeah.
I do not remember.
I don't think it's a vampire. I think it's just a demon dog.
It's a version of a vampire, I think, which I was kind of like shocked about that, like because it like feeds on blood. Anyways,
I have no clue.
That was the first of our 4 holiday specials. We're like National Lampoons. We're just going to keep coming at you with more and more movies, and they're all going to get worse. So next week, I think it'd be fun for us to play a holiday version of Elevator Pitch. And we'll make a bunch of Christmas movies, and we'll make Allison do it too. I think that could be cool.
They're all going to be
kind of came up with some good ideas tonight.
But we are going to be tweaking it. We're not going to be doing it where we think of the movie while we're doing it or whatever, because I think that was like really bad to watch. So we're going to set the movies up beforehand, and we're going to know what, and then we're just going to pitch them, and the fun's going to be doing the producer notes. I thought that was the best part of it or whatever. And since there's 2 people, maybe we'll do 2 notes for each movie. It could be kind of fun.
Yeah, maybe.
No, we're doing this. Get on board. Guys, as always, you can follow us on the stuff I'm going to put on the screen for people, and also Twitter at Into Geek Podcast,
Facebook and Instagram at Into Geek Podcast, Twitter at Into Geek. That's the number 2.
If you didn't hate this, like and subscribe.
And if you did, then like and subscribe anyway.
Also like and subscribe.
Tell us what you hated.
Yeah.
So we can do more or less of it in the future.
Tell us what you hated, and we'll do more of that.
If it'll keep you around.
You know, just like really make you mad. If your hate
fuels your watching,
yep.
If you're like
Andrew.
that.
Yeah. My hate fuels my entire life.
Yeah. So whatever. I
would die without it. I'm like
just like and subscribe.
Just like and subscribe.
Just do it.
Of course, this is so far at the end. I'm gonna cut this and put this in the beginning, and then like bring it back or whatever. Guys, thanks so much. Until next time.
See ya.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, whoa, hold on. And happy holidays.
And happy holidays. Play my song. Play me out, Drew. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.